This is section 2.3, part 3, where we're going to look at graphing an equation in standard form. Alright, so standard form takes the form ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are numbers, and x and y are variables. So again, where a, b, and c are numbers, and x and y are our variables. The easiest way to graph in this form is to find the x and the y intercepts. Alright, so you're going to have some line, and you only need 2 points. So if you find the x-intercept, that's 1 point. You find the y-intercept, that's the second point. 2 points, and then you can graph a line. What's really nice with the y-intercept is we know it always carries an x value of 0. You're not going right or left on the x-axis. You're staying at 0, and you're only moving up or down along the y-axis. And the same thing with the x-intercept. It carries a y value of 0 always. Alright, you're not moving up or down on the y-axis. Y is always 0. You're only going to move left and right along the x-axis to find the x-intercept. So we're going to use those values of 0 to help us find the intercepts. So let's go down to our first equation here, and we've got 2x plus 3y equals 6. And I've got a spot here for our x-intercept and our y-intercept, because we're going to want to find each of those. So to find the x-intercept, alright, we know we were going to want to find the x value, so I'm going to scroll back up here. Alright, and you can see what's the value of y at the x-intercept? It's 0. Alright, so you're always going to substitute 0 for y when you're trying to find the x-intercept, because the x-intercept always has a value of 0 there. So I'm going to rewrite this equation, but instead of y, I'm going to replace y with 0. So I've got 2x plus 3 times 0 equals 6. And then 2x, 3 times 0 is simply 0, equals 6. So 2x plus 0 is 2x equals 6. Now I want to solve for x, so I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And we can see x equals 3. So that's my x-intercept at x equals 3. I'm going to do the same thing for the y-intercept, only instead of substituting 0 for y, I'm going to substitute 0 for x. Alright, and the reason for that is, I'll scroll back up. What's at the y-intercept? What's the value of your x? 0. Alright, so you're going to substitute in 0 for x. So I'm going to use the same equation up here, but instead of x, I'm going to write 0. So I've got 2 times 0 plus 3y equals 6. 2 times 0 is 0. So 0 plus 3y equals 6. 0 plus 3y is simply 3y. So I have 3y equals 6. Lastly, solve for y. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And I have y equals 2. So, alright, next, we got our xy coordinate plane. We're going to plot these points. Our x is equal to 3, so I'm going to move over 1, 2, 3 units. Plot a point at 3, 0. And then I have y equals 2, so I'm going to plot a point at y equals 2, or 0, 2. And I've got my 2 points. Lastly, I'm just going to take my straight edge and draw a line that passes through each point. and there it's graphed. So substitute in 0 for either x or y, depending on the intercept you're finding. All right, you'll get the y-intercept, plot those points, draw a line through them. Let's try one more. Here we've got 5x equals 15 minus 3y. I'm showing you this one because, unlike the first one, this equation is not in standard form. All right, so we want to make sure we put it in standard form before we start finding our x and y intercept. So if you remember, standard form is, and I'll write it in red here again, it's ax plus by equals c. So I've got ax equals c minus by. That's what I see here, all right, because my number attached to my y is always my b. So it looks like I need to move this term over. So I'm going to add 3y to both sides. And I'm going to get 5x plus 3y equals 15. And 5 is my a, 3 is my b, 15 is my c. So it's in standard form. Now I can go ahead and find my x and my y intercepts. So find the x-intercept, remember I'm going to substitute in 0 for y. So I've got 5x plus 3 times 0 equals 15. 5x plus 0 equals 15. 5x plus 0 is simply 5x equals 15. I'm going to divide both sides by 5. And we get x equals 3. There's my one intercept. My x-intercept is 3, 0. Find the y-intercept. I'm going to substitute in 0 for x this time. So I've got 5 times 0 plus 3y equals 15. 5 times 0 is 0. Plus 3y equals 15. 0 plus 3y is simply 3y equals 15. Divide both sides by 3. And I have y equals 5. So I've got my two intercepts. So I'm going to come down and plot these intercepts in the xy coordinate plane. Here's my y, here's my x. So I have an x-intercept at x equals 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then at y equals 5. So on the y-axis, I'm going to go up 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then take my straight edge and connect the dots. And lastly, I'm just going to make sure I label my points. So my x-intercept is 3, 0. My y-intercept is 0, 5. Okay, that's it.